cut lines, headlines. You've created a newsletter for your company. Wow! Does that speak mounds for a photojournalist position? It speaks mounds. That's what I'm talking about. Turn it around to where they're like, we've got to bring this person in. That a Rosh guy, he's real nice, he's a math guy, let's bring him into the interview. That a teacher lady, we know she can do it. All right, she kind of was weak. No, that one was strong, bring her in. What is going to get you through the door is that paperwork screening. My daughter is very brilliant. She's 8 years old. I don't give her my stuff to proof. I just don't. I don't know why. You know why? She got educated to the point of saying, hey, you're my colleague. Take a peek at this. What's that word, Daddy? Oh, that means that I'm a diverse person. I've got a great background in journalism. Why didn't you just say you write well? Oh, thank you, Sunshine. Okay, go ahead and do your homework. Get an educated person to review your package. Take time and make sure they're committed too, because a lot of people are not committed. Oh, what's your name again? Shelley. Give me your package. I'm going to look through it entirely and make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Will you believe me to do that? I just met you. Okay, we've known each other for 10 years. Our children play together. Your children and my children are dating now. They're teenagers. Give me your package. I'm going to make sure you get the job you want. You're going to trust me. That's what you need. I feel very, very, very bad when I ask someone to take care of something and they blow me off. Oh yeah, it looked great. Another person who I believe in found 1,000 mistakes. The person you ask to check your work, believe they're going to check it. If your office or home does not look like this, you didn't do your research. You didn't do your homework. You know nothing about that company. How many guys research the companies? Come on, this is a workshop. If the hands don't go up, we're going to be, yes! Yeah. You've got to be able to know the organizational size, product, services, location, the growth prospect. Is that company going down in 5 years? Look at the potential growth for that company, their mission statement, and the customer service base or the customer base. Research. You will impress people when you walk in their interview and know more about their company than they do. Types of interview questions. Open-ended. Qualifications, meaning your summary, you're going to summarize your academic and experience related to the position. Proven success. Put down your GPA. I loved that with 2 kids, a mortgage, a wife, college, working here, that I graduated honors, and the associate's graduated honors with the bachelor's, and I'm currently an honor student with the MBA. Put that down. That means you went above and beyond the average student. That means that when they screen your paperwork, which we do all the time, we look at transcripts. How many of you guys know we look at transcripts? You submit them, we have to look at them. We got 15, let's just say 15 applicants. One position, which is faculty. We got to find a way to eliminate. We're going to say you're all qualified, you look great, you walk on water. Okay, let's see what they did at their bachelor's degree level. Oh wow, outstanding. Honors, GPA, yeah, wow. Master's, well they kind of barely got through the master's. Let's set that aside and give that a second thought. We're eliminating just based off the GPA sometimes. Okay? It happens within the actual paperwork screening. We've got to screen. That's the key word is paperwork screening. We've got to eliminate those 300 applications. Yours won't get eliminated because you put the GPA on there. You identified and reminded us you're part of the Communication Honor Society. I go, oh, that was just something in high school. That speaks mounds. It's a national recognized honor society that says you have met the criteria to be in that society. Wow. Put that down. Types of interview questions. Opinion. What are your strengths? Didn't we cover that a minute ago? That question is going to come up. Offbeat. We're never going to have this at San Diego Community College District. I love it because then it would relax you more and you'd be more free to say, guess what? If I were an animal, I'd be a monkey because I'm just a crazy guy. Not going to happen. In the civilian sector, let's say the San Diego Zoo, you might get that question just because they want to see how fun you'll be in that particular environment. So some of the questions are going to really be tailored to what they're looking for. Are you a person that interacts with your peers in a very, very, let's say, productive way? Your peers will probably say, for example, your answer to that would be, well, they know I'm reliable. They know that they can depend upon me. They know I'm a good listener. Wow, that all adds into, communication skills. It actually accompanies so many things that the job is looking for.
What about when they ask you, what do you think is your weakest skill, or what could you improve on? Because to me, that's like, that's a minefield.
Yeah. My weakest, I'll say for yours, if you want to do it like that, my weakest trait is I can't stay away from the office. Turn it around. Okay? My weakest trait is I'm a workaholic. I get into it. I can't stop coming to work. I love my job. They're like, okay, this person's going to be kind of cool or weird, but it's okay. You got to turn that around, because what they don't want to come out your mouth is, I can't type well. Honestly, I really, really lack the ability to spell well. And, you know, I'm a person who's individualistic. I don't like being around people. That's probably my weakest point. Okay, well, that customer service job you applied for, we'll be in contact with you, man. Thank you. You're blowing yourself out of the water. But very good point. Very good questions. Behavioral. Can you give me an example of when you successfully dealt with a difficult client? You've got to be able to look back in your past and find some of that. And the most important key to this is create it. I said in so many interviews, and a person actually told me, can I pass on that question? No problem. Because we had to grade that question. We've lost a possible 4 or 5 points on that question because she just passed on it. She or he could have gone back to it, but when the interview's said and done, they're out the door. Don't pass on any of these questions. And no one should ever pass on any question that they're in, because that's telling me you haven't prepared well enough and you don't respect the time that this committee put together, sat down to give you a chance to show. What I'm telling you is you bring in, this is your cheat sheet. This is for you to keep right here, even in your person, so to speak. So if you are on the same level, everything has been submitted to HR, nothing's changed. When you come into that committee, you're going to answer the questions that are presented to you, and you can see some of the questions there, the most intelligent way you can by having your data in front of you. So yes, all the interview committees I've sat on, people have done that. They've brought it in. They've had their cute little portfolios, and they've opened their portfolios. They got all these great notes. They've got their resume. They're not giving it to us. They're not giving us a brag sheet. They're not showing us their certificates. They're using it so that they can respond to those questions. That's nothing wrong with that. It's not illegal. It's encouraged, because people have actually sat there and like, oh my God, I should have bought my resume because everything you're asking me is on my resume. You should have bought your resume. Prepare for behavioral-based interviews. Identify 5 examples from your past experience. It goes back to what you're saying, where you demonstrated top behavioral behaviors and skills that employers typically seek. The reason I say that is because you're going to really, really, really want to do your homework. When you get into that interview, that's not when your homework begins. Your homework is over then. Your preparation is over then. This is, and the other thing I want to make sure is your butterflies are gone. Because you're not going to go like, oh, I can memorize that. I forgot that. You've got it in front of you, folks. I've never been able to walk into an interview without my brag sheet, without my resume, without my application. And don't forget what I said. Question 1 is here. Answer is here. I open up my resume. I open up my application. I read exactly what they've already read. They're expecting that. Because what's going to happen is when we deliberate, I'm going to be honest, we'll say, you know what? Her application spoke mounds about her. But she didn't really, or he didn't speak to that. I know that she's got a bachelor's degree. I know that she's worked in the chemicals, yada, yada. She didn't mention all that. I'm going to rate her a little bit lower. Because the interviews are separate. We've already done the screening of the paperwork. You've made it. You're there, folks. That part's done. Sorry, it doesn't count anymore, really. We're now rating you on the actual interview. You're walking in the door. This is where it all happens. But we're going to remember what's on the application. So we're still going to rate the fact that, man, she could have said so much more. I can't bring it in because it's on the application, but she didn't say it. I know she's qualified for this job, but she didn't say it, guys. Give her the job, please. She's my sister. No, that ain't going to work. That's not going to work. Whatever you said on the application, say it in the interview, because they're expecting that. Interview process. I always tell everyone, please write this down. Please circle it. Know the sequence of the day, the events that are going to unfold. Greeting and introduction is going to happen. What does that mean? Someone's going to greet you on that couch. Someone's going to say, hi, good morning, thanks for coming in. I'm KL, I'm going to be the chair of this hiring committee, and I think the committee's ready for you. You're standing up, you're prepping. This is your time. This is not the graded part yet. You're ready to make sure that your tie is not like this, and you know, you're already prepped, and if you're chubby like me, you're going to make sure that you're sucking in when you stand up. And don't butt, because if it pops, hello! So you're going to think of all these things, because you don't want those, how many impressions?
4.
Help me.
10.
4 seconds, what happens?
1.
10 seconds, what happens?
11.
Yes! That's That's when they start. So she's already said, okay, great, this person looks great, she's ready to go. What happens next? An icebreaker. So, how was your drive in? We're still talking, we're not in the committee yet. We're maybe 5 feet away. President's little couch, I'm just giving a scenario. You're walking into the conference room. So, how was your drive in? Did you find the campus okay? Did you get lost? Yeah, we have a very, very big campus, etc., etc. That's giving her or him, excuse me, a chance to fill you out just a little bit. Now, you want to use those moments to make those impressions? Yeah, oh heck yeah. Well, the drive was great, you have a beautiful campus. Hey, you know what, I saw your car, Mercedes, I polished it on the way in. Whatever, whatever. But those impressions are very, very important. You've entered the room now, okay? The members are around the table. Questions, theirs and yours. You're ready for that. Now you're thinking yours, what is this yours about? Yours. At the end of the interview, they're gonna ask you, you have any questions for the committee? You'd better have some questions. You look so much better walking away. That's called the exit part of the interview. You look so much better walking away with, well, yeah, I got a couple of questions. What do you see this position maturing to in 5 years? Good point. Well, we see it as a supervisory position in 3 years. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. We also see you have maybe 10 people under you in about 6 years. We're building a whole building. We expect you to, whoa, good answer. I didn't know all this. You're more interested in the position. They're more interested in you because you want to look in the future for them and the company. Summary statement. Closing, thank you, and follow-up.
What is summary statement?
Summary statement is, in some companies, that allow you to do that at the very end of the interview. Well, thank you for your time, and as you know, I do have a background in chemistry. I am really looking forward to this position. I know that you may have other applicants today, but I think I'm the best candidate for the position. The reason I say that is because you've seen my background, you've seen my experience. If you don't choose me, good luck with who you choose. And I hope you die. Be honest! But that's the way you want to walk away with a little bit of a summary, a little bit of an exit, so you feel comfortable.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes? I'm just going to make this go on. Yes.
Normally, after the interview, the committee will tell you if you have any question, you can just contact the human resources.
Yes.
So you can't really call them until they hear someone first, right?
What I've done, because I'm impatient, I put in for maybe 10 different positions. I want to know, should I look at Maricosta now? Should I look at Grossmont? And they'll tell you, well, honestly, the process is still continuing. You can feel free to call them the next day if you want. Because sometimes we're very, I know because working in the Vice President's office, we are trying to fill up our class schedule. We've got 45 unstaffed classes right now. So what is our job? Get those professors hired, get them in those classes, because when the students are here, we make money. If we don't have the professors, we have to cancel those classes. That's not part of the demographic, not demographic, but that's not part of the equation. So we're going to move expeditiously to get those people hired. So if you interview on a Monday, by Thursday, we should know who's coming in those doors, just so we can move forward. So yes, you can call them and say, yeah, the process is continuing. We got 2 more interviews in this week, or they won't say a number, but they'll say we have more interviews this week. Call back next week and we'll let you know if we're finished the process. Okay? All right, let's get on through this. I'm going to skip this slide because it's part of your handout. I'm going to get down to the one-on-one. But this is, I would say this is more of a formula that you can follow. STAR stands for the situation or task, action that you took, and then the results. That should be part of any question that you are responding to. Here's the situation, here's the task you did. Here's the action that you actually did in order to achieve favorable results. STAR. I can never say this enough. Practice, practice, practice. 95% of candidates stumble through their first 2 or 3 interviews. Automatically. Automatically. Because they don't practice. They don't rehearse. Now, I've been an actor for years. You think I get on the set without looking through my script? We call them sides. We get little small snippets of the part you're going to be reading for. And honestly, I go, oh my goodness, I hate to dry read. How many of you guys love dry reading? If you need to dry read something in a class or and you've never seen it before, you just pick it up with like, 4 years ago. No. I make an excuse. Can I go to the restroom real quick? Right in the middle of the audition, I'll go and I'll read real quick. So I have at least a chance to go, all right, I'm ready. Hey, put that gun down, dude. I'm Miami Vice. You think I would have got the job? Yeah, probably not. Right. Okay, all right. But that's the point. Practice, practice, practice. Practice interviews are very, very invaluable. They're invaluable because you're allowed to receive the constructive feedback, which you'll see in a few minutes here,